What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, AkemiTCG, back here with the brand new video. So just as a quick announcement, I've been entered into an online Yu-Gi-Oh tournament full of a couple of YouTubers here and there. Some of us, so anywhere from 100 subs to 10k subs. And this match is part of the tournament, and I just wanted to showcase it with you guys because there's frankly, not enough Rikka Fairy footage anywhere on YouTube. So I'm gonna show you guys the competitive side of Rikka Fairies and show a full-on competitive match between me, the Rikka Fairy player, Aromages, versus Altergeist with Multifaker at 3. You guys saw my meltdown with Multifaker at 3? They put that card at 3? Let's see how I do against it. We are back in the den. This duel is amazing. This match, absolutely incredible, mind-blowing. There's a lot of parts where I thought this game could literally go either way, or my opponent had it or I had it. I'm just gonna go right through it, do commentary step by step. Obviously, I'm playing with the Rikka Fairies because a lot of people don't expect it. They expect Eldritch Adamantipator, and I'm just gonna throw a big curveball and play Rikka Fairies in this tournament. Go right into it. First matches was against Altergeist. So here, let's talk about the Altergeist matchup. Rikkas have problems breaking boards, but with control, they can slowly push for an advantage. So to speak, it's like a little game of chess. They eat one piece, you eat their piece. You slowly move back and forth, but with Rikka Petal in the graveyard and always recurring it, then you can slowly get a leg up from your opponent and get card advantage. But this is how game 1 plays out. So he imperms my Rikka Petal, and that's okay, completely fine. Kind of as to be expected. I expect him to have some sort of hand trap going into his hand. I do have 2 Evil Thorns in hand, which really does suck, because I can't get a plus off of Evil Thorn. I can only break even and burn for 300. So I just leave it at that. So he draws into Veil, which is amazing. He extravagances. Alright, let's see what he hits first before, y'all discuss about the choices he makes. He actually hit all 3 Hextias. Ip, Avermax, and Phoenix. So he pretty much hit everything that could have destroyed my back row, and also he does not have any Hextias, which kind of sucks, actually. So he's going to summon Meluseek, attack me directly, get rid of my Aroma Gardening, because he doesn't want that to proc, because it's a continuous spell, and obviously that puts a little bit of pressure on board. And the Petal is really not a threat on the field anyways, especially since he has Effect Veiler. So I'm just going to use Petal. He's going to activate Veiler. That just sucks, okay? So I go Rikka Flurries. And my idea is like, okay, I'll just use Rikka Flurries, tribute my Petal to force him to get rid of Linkaribo. He flips Torrential Tribute as a Chain Link 3. Just remember that Mudon and Rikka Flurries will activate at the same time, so you can kind of chain block that because it says when a card is tributed, and this is when it's summoned. So both of these will resolve at the same time. If you want the search to go through, you make this Chain Link 1, and this, if it's not important, you make it Chain Link 2. So I always put a Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, so I can't get ashed. So he's going to summon Multifaker off of that on Resolution. This is also updated to the current ban list, so this is full power Altergeist with Multifaker at 3. Just as heads up. So I use Rikka Glamour, get my Snowdrop. Basically the idea is I'm going to use Evil Thorn, burn him for 300. Just to thin out my deck, and then summon Snowdrop and Evil Thorn afterwards. Both of these summon at the same time, activate Snowdrop's effect. So the idea here is I kind of want to get into... I think I was going to use Alsay here and force him to get Multifaker back to the top of his deck, and then I can run over Meluseek. Or I can... Oh, it's kind of a tricky option here. Tricky spot here, because if I Alsay... I could Alsay as Meluseek and put it at the bottom too. There's a couple options I could have gone for here. Multifaker could have put it at the bottom too. I had an Itching, he had a Conqueror in his hand. So either way, I was kind of stuck here. So I had to play the really slow game. But he chains Ghost Ogre and kills my Snowdrop. So he literally has every single hand trap possible for any situation I have. He summons Marionetter. He's going to get Protocol off of that, so now he has more control of the things I do with my monsters, and he's going to attack directly, get rid of flurries with Meluseek. And here, I think, I activate Petal. Petal comes back. So I'm using... So, the reason why I don't use Petal's effect here is if he protocols it, it's just going to be lose-lose, in my opinion. Because it says when your opponent activates a monster effect, okay? So, I didn't want him to get any of these cards in the graveyard, especially Meluseek. So, I just didn't do anything that turn. Because I didn't want to risk the chance of him, you know, resolving that protocol. He's going to get Manifestation, so he has more control. Get rid of my monster. Attack, attack, attack. Then end phase, I'm going to get Rikka Petal back. I'm telling you, Rikka Petal, GOAT MVP of the deck. So he's going to summon a Prime Banshee, and that's okay. I pretty much, in my mind, it's just over. That's just it. So I activate Snowdrop, and he changed protocol. I thought he was activating protocol here, so that's why like a panic misclicked, and I misclicked into summoning Rose Girl instead of Mudon. What I should have done is summon Mudon, and proc Mudon's effect, then at the same time Rose Girl would activate. So activate Snowdrop's effects to copy the level. He's going to activate Manifestation to summon, I believe, summon a monster, and then he's going to change Siliquis to put Snowdrop back to my hand. Since it's a hard once per turn effect, I cannot re-summon her, okay? So now I'm stuck here. I attempt to activate Mudon's effect. And, well, I think I tribute summon the Rose Girl to summon Mudon, or special summon, one or the other. And it activates Protocol to negate it, and I lose here. It's just really rough. The 3 hand traps are really rough. So, game 2, I sat into the Lightnings and Evenly Storms here. Not evenly matched. So here's game 2. So I draw into the evenly matched. I feel relatively safe here. And he sets 2. What card could I draw to save me from this 2 cards? So evenly matched, I probably wouldn't do it on 2 set, but I draw into Lightning Storm. Which allows me to yeet his board. It's gonna resolve Multifaker because he flips Spoofing and activates Spoofing, so therefore on resolution he can resolve Multifaker. He's probably gonna summon, I think, he wants to summon Siliquis, but I also main deck Impermanence, so I have to Imperm the Faker. I can't let him summon Siliquis. Absolutely not. So I just set one. I don't really have a board to make with this kind of hand, so I'm just really stuck here, and I just want to play the grind game. So he end phase pass, so I summon Evil Thorn, tribute the Evil Thorn, summon 2 more, which will proc off Rose Girl, letting me summon her. So the idea here is I want to summon the Link 2 Rosemary, or Jasmine rather. Jasmine, and then proc one of these to summon off Mardell and just go off from there. Because Spore in the graveyard just lets me go off. He's gonna veil that. I'm like, okay. So let's just run over his Multifaker then, I guess. He has Conquery. He's gonna negate Jasmine's effects. So I go into a second Jasmine. The reason why I go into second Jasmine, okay, a couple reasons here. First is Angelica. I want to proc Angelica, so I need an Aromages monster in the graveyard to do so. So I can now discard my Angelica to gain 1800 life points, and then proc Jasmine, giving me a search. However, he has a Ghost Ogre in hand, so I just die there, and I cry myself to sleep. So he draws into Torrential. I'm like, okay, he draws into Hextia. And since he has no resources in his hand and only 1 card on the back row, this is the perfect time for me to evenly match him. I've been holding that since turn 1. So it's either he gets rid of the Torrential or the Hextia. The Hextia may have been the good play because he can at least, if this card gets hit to the graveyard, then he can add an Altergeist card. Any Altergeist card from deck to the hand. So he wanted to risk that instead, but he does not know that I play stuff that does not directly send to the graveyard. So I go Glamour, get Snowdrop, Lone Fire, into Lone Fire, into Lone Fire, To summon Rikka Petal. Rikka Petal here I grab, well I get Rose Girl back obviously because she always comes back. Rikka Petal here I grab Mudon. I go Snowdrop, Mudon, activate Mudon. It's gonna search me for Tranquility. Go into Alsay, and he did not expect this out. He's like, what is this? I put that card to the top of his deck. So it does not proc. I attack him, and I don't think there's anything he could draw to help him right now. He set the Soliloquies. So end phase, I get Petal back because I only have plants. So main phase, I'm just going to put that back to the top of his deck, and he's stuck here. He loses. So this is kind of like the soft lock. If you manage to ground your opponent out this long and you do that, you will win. We'll make this 8. Teardrop, attack, attack. Almost had enough gas. Was 100 short because I could have activated Teardrop's effect. He's summoning Soliloquies and he passes. Surrender's there. Now we go to game 3. Alright, game 3, man. Game 3, guys. Game 3. So this hand is absolute interesting. It's not bad, but at least I have Petal. So I activate Petal, he's compulsing it back. That's okay. So it sets another one. You know, I'm talking to him at this point, you know, on Discord, and I'm normal summoning Petal. I'm like, you got another compulse for me? He does. He does, absolutely. But during the end phase, I have too many cards in hand, so Rikka Petal is going to go to the graveyard. Therefore, it will always come back. And he draws into Marionetter, which will search him for Protocol, so he's set. So he sets 4 here. So he learned his lesson from the first game. He knows I play Lightning Storm, so he didn't want to go ham on the back row initially. But regardless, I would not have Lightning Storm if it's only one card, because this deck can't OTK like that, unfortunately. So I activate Rikka Petal to search, and he has Ash Blossom. I'm like, man, you got everything, man. So Mudon. Attempt to activate Mudon's effect. He's going to activate Personal, or what is called Protocol. But on Resolution, because I did tribute a plant monster, I'm going to special summon Rose Girl. This is going to change Spoofing to that. Spoofing is going to get Multi-Faker and Rose Girl. Now I have 2 more back row to worry about. So he summons Multi-Faker off of that on Resolution. And then he's going to summon, I believe, Soliloquies. I'm going to normal summon Mudon this time and attempt to activate the effect, but that does not go through. And I'm just like crying because it's rough. It is very rough. After Spoofing, swaps it out for Marionetter. He's going to normal summon Marionetter. Spoofing's so strong in this deck, just letting you know. It's so good. And he sets a Protocol and a Torrential Tribute. End phase, I'm going to get Rikka Petal. It's so good, guys. Rikka Petal. I'm going to say that so many times. You can quote me on that. Rose Girl is going to come back to my hand because it always recurs itself. Rikka Petal is going to add Snowdrop to the hand. I'm going to activate Snowdrop. Summon Mudon and Snowdrop here. I wanted to summon Lone Fire, but I misclicked and summon Mudon instead. But Mudon's going to activate her effect. And he's going to change Torrential to that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I did not normal summon yet. I'm going to grab Flurries. He's going to activate Multi-Faker. Again, Multi-Faker, Multi-Faker, Multi-Faker. With the Mellow Seek, I'm going to finally normal summon Lone Fire Blossom. And he's going to activate Protocol to negate the Lone Fire Blossom. Super patient there. Super props for him being extremely patient there. So I basically was going to go to Mardell to get a search for something else and just run over Multi-Faker. That's literally the best I could do. Because he already activated Spoofing that turn. So he normal summons Marionetter and has Manifestation here. And I'm kind of stuck here. This is really bad. Guys, this is really bad. I'm going to lose my back row. Reason why I didn't use Tranquility is because regardless if I used it or not, that wouldn't have made a difference. And what I mean is, if I Tranquility, what do I have in my graveyard? Literally none of these have on summon effect off of Tranquility. Mudon can only get this effect off of if it's special summoned by effect of a plant monster. So even if I summon Snowdrop, Mellowseek would have attacked directly and the same outcome would have been had. So I'd rather leave it as a question. He has no idea what it is, to apply at least some sort of pressure on the opponent as opposed to just using it when it's not really worth using, if you know what I mean. Because he can just attack right over it and then get rid of that monster anyways. So Marionette is gonna attack, and he sets one, and I'm like crapping myself right now because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards on the field, and I'm like, what do I do, man? So I activate Petal. So I draw into Evenly Match. Here's the Lord and Savior Evenly Match, okay? But I cannot use it because of this. Okay, so now I'm going pure aggro here. So I'm using Petal. So I'm gonna activate Manifestation, Spoofing. We got Conqueror in hand. Summon off Multi-Faker. I'm add a card to the hand. Multi-Faker is gonna activate on resolution to summon Soliloquies, summon Lone Fire and Snowdrop, and here at Lone Fire into Mardell. Mardell is gonna give me the search. He's not stopping any of these because he doesn't see anything that's a threat. He's very patient, so I think that's super fine. He has so much control now. He can bounce a card. He can negate the activation of a monster effect if I use one. And he has a Solemn. So he literally has 3 interruptions here and also a Conqueror in his hand. And in turn 2, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions here, okay? So I summon Alsei and he panics and he flips Solemn Judgment. And at this point in time, I think I got it. At this point in time, I think I got it. So battle phase, I go into Evenly Matched and he's like, oh no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards gone. And that's it. That's it, guys. Normal summon Lone Fire. That's my normal summon. Evil Thorn. So I'm finally able to go off here. Go into Jasmine. Mood on the Rikka Fairy. Activate Rikka Flurries, and then next turn I can interrupt one of his cards. So the only thing that can really help him right now is if he draws into a Meloseek, which he does. Draw into Meloseek. So he attacks, and on attack declaration I chain Rikka Tranquility to tribute my Mudon to summon out Snowdrop and Mardell. Both Mardell and Rikka Flurries will activate at the same time. Obviously I'll activate Mardell Chainlink 1, Rikka Flurries Chainlink 2, so he cannot Ash it if he has one. And then Flurries will activate and he has to get rid of one of his Meloseeks. Regardless of what he kills here, I'm fine. So he decides to kill the Flurry, so I can't just get rid of his Meloseek for free on his turn. So Petal's gonna come back, and here I make the nuts. Rose Girl's gonna come back. Copy. I'm gonna make VFD. True King of all calamities, call Water. Now he's stuck. He can't use the effects or attack, so he's stuck with Meloseek. I just attack with everything. And I'm gonna call Water again, just in case he does some crazy shenanigans, and that is it. Next turn I would have just attacked, and he can't really do anything. That is it! Hope you all enjoyed. That was one of the games in the tournament matches. I think I have a couple more to go, but this duel was epic, okay guys? I think this duel was extremely epic. All the Rikka Fairy players out there represent. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like this commentary. Let me know down below if you'd like to see more. Alright, bye guys.
The world ends now.